Hey YouTube, it's your girl Duchess back for another review of the Surreal Life Season 2, Episode 4. Let's get into it. Y'all, I like this show. I think it's such a good cast. Everybody's so just like open. It's not any cattiness going on yet or backstabbing. I can feel it brewing, but so far I just love the energy of this cast. If I had to pick a favorite, I think it's Chet. Like, he's Tom Hanks' son, but he's nothing like what you would think Tom Hanks' son would be like. And he's good eye candy. I mean, he's not in my age bracket. He's not in Kim's either, but that ain't stopping her. So, Chet talks about him growing up in a haunted house. And I found that interesting because he gets into kind of like he has a hard time sleeping or a hard time falling asleep. And when he talked about his childhood, y'all, my ears just kind of like perk up because how cool is it to see our Tom Hanks son and get kind of like the inside scoop? He's nothing like what you would think. Allie gets to thinking about, I really don't know what Allie gets to thinking about. Allie is from a girls group and she's had to be like completely perfect, almost if you think like ironically, right, they're gonna have this pageant exercise, but you think about kids that are like groomed for pageantry and things like that, like she has come from a background where she has to be absolutely perfect. She begins having a panic attack because she's watching everyone kind of let their walls down and be really vulnerable, and for her to kind of get in that space, it starts making her freak out. And I feel for Allie. She's in Fifth Harmony. I never heard of the group, but this is really good for her because she's releasing a lot. Macy's not feeling well. She's having breathing problems. Like she can't breathe. She feels awful. And child, she keeps saying that the last time I did this, I went through this, I had to go to the hospital. And I'm watching the medics like put a pulse ox on her and asking her all these questions, and this woman is having difficulty breathing. She's saying, what she's really saying is, take me to the hospital. I'm gonna need y'all to put some pep in it and get her to the hospital. And they heard my memo. They heard me, girl, because the next thing we know, she is at the hospital getting checked out. What I loved is that they were concerned about her. Everybody's like, where's Macy? Like, where's Macy? Like, did you hear she had to go to the hospital? Like, there's a really genuine concern. And I can feel that this cast is really bonding. And I think that's why I like it so much. But Macy's going to be fine. They gave her some fluids. The complications that she's having is from her taking Ozempic. And so she eventually makes it back just in time for the competition that they're going to do. Well, the exercise, which I guess is like a competition. What I found was, what kind of tickled me was when she was at the hospital and they were kind of giving her some of the side effects or like saying what she was experiencing maybe. They was like, and this can cause your pancreas to fail. And she's like, oh, okay. Okay, ma'am. You kind of need your pancreas home, girl. Anyway, she makes it back just in time to get ready for the competition. They're going to do like a beauty pageant thing, which is 3 steps. They have to do a catwalk kind of thing, a group performance, and an individual performance. And I enjoyed it. They were performing in front of a live audience and they were going to be judged. So it really was like a beauty pageant. Like they had the swashes. I think that's what you call them, the thing that goes across your body or whatever. Look, part of it was a catwalk. What was Kim? Kim thought she was on Baywatch. If Kim don't do nothing else, and we're talking about Kim Zolciak from Real Housewives of Atlanta, if she don't do nothing else, honey, she gonna bring the sexy and the allure. I see you, Miss Kim, and you got Chad over there with the googly eyes. You guys remember Pepe Le Pew, where he was all in love and he would like have the heart. Look, I'm going too far. Anyway, y'all know how I'll go off on a tangent. Macy's hair, I love her hair. Like it defies gravity. My hair is natural and it don't do like how Macy's do. I still got some work to do. I'm over here plantation life. Yeah, I had that phase, y'all. You did not come here to hear about my natural hair journey. Let me stay on track and get back to this. Chelsea is very cute in her Q&A. They asked them questions. So The bubbles the thoughts that were in their head was so much better than the actual answers. I was really concerned. For example, they asked Macy something about self-love, and in her bubble, she's talking about, well, the first thing comes to my mind is master, the self kind of stuff. Choosing my words carefully. Like, Macy, you cannot say that. She did not say that. I don't know exactly what she said, but at least she didn't say that. At least I don't think she did. They asked Tyler if he could be a pet, what would it be, and who would he want to own him as a pet? And he chose the wiener dog, and he wanted OT to own him. Also, later they have this question about who do they want to get closer with, and it's OT. And not that there's anything wrong with it, but Tyler has gone kind of both ways, and I'm wondering if he's getting like a little man crush on OT, because they're already together all the time. But anyway, they get to the individual competition. Chet is going to sing. He is a rapper, of course. Chet has wanted to do anything opposite of what you would think Tom Hanks' son would be. Like, he really kind of bucked against all the pressure of it, but he's singing and he's doing country, and it sounded great. He's a great singer. He looked good. He sounded good. He had the personality with it. Tyler was over there on the guitar getting down with it. I say Ashley. I don't think that's her name. She's the girl group girl. She joined him on the stage, and when she started tuning in, she sounded great. Like, they totally rocked it out. I enjoyed their performance. I don't know what they was doing back there with the dance and stuff, though. It was like ballet ball dancing. It was totally off, but I mean, they pulled it off. They did good, but that dancing, child, what memo did y'all get? Anyway, OT performed, and he performed one of his songs. He had them crunk. Like, they was twerking and popping it and doing it. He like electrified them. And I see his stage presence, and I can understand why the song that he did kind of like blew up, because he has that thing. So I enjoyed their performance too, because they was having a lot of fun. Okay, so they got rewards, right? So they did get rewards. Johnny got the Surrealist speaker. Josie got the skills for her dance skill. Tyler got Spirit. Allie is the girl that sings. I don't know why I was calling her Ashley. Maybe I can't read my own handwriting, but Allie got the strut. Macy got swag. Kim got styled. And Mr. Surrealist had 2 winners. It was OT and Chet. And I respected that, because they brought it. They really brought it. So the next episode, child, what is wrong? I'm doing too much. And while I have your attention, y'all need to be paying attention to this entire video, because I am doing a competition starting with the 3rd prize, and it is 100 books plus a gift, and it goes into like helping me grow this channel, of course, but you get an opportunity to win something, and that's just the 3rd tier. We're gonna keep going up from there. So I hope y'all paying attention through this whole video, because I'm gonna drop a clue that's gonna give you an opportunity to win. Let's keep going. So fame is a double-edged sword. That is their next kind of like exercise, and they go out on this boat. Johnny is getting sick. He's getting seasick, but if he focuses on the mountains, he'll be fine. Macy is talking about, I hope we are not going to get into our feelings. They think Macy is a dope girl, and she is. They all are really cool, but it seems like when they start getting into their feelings, Macy can be hurtful, because she has not tapped into that side of her yet, and we'll just let that kind of sit there. They get to talking about their stuff, and everybody's opening up, which creates a safe space for Allie to open up, and she starts talking about like her experience in the industry and having to be so perfect and all of the pressures, and not really having a voice. And Macy gets where she's coming from. Like, she kind of understands the experience that she's expressing, because she has kind of witnessed some of the grooming of the girl group. But poor Allie, honey, she was almost diddy bopped. That's my safe term for what P. Diddy has been doing in these streets. Y'all know they've been dragging him in these YouTube streets for what he did to Cassie. And so whenever I hear of somebody being treated in that manner or anything close to it, I just call it Diddy Bopped, because it is a heavy subject, but it keeps me kind of, keeps me on the light and fluffy side, child, because I'll go there. Anyway, luckily she wasn't. She got a text. She got a text from a high-powered record exec that wanted her to come to her room. Come to his room. And she made up an excuse that got her out of it. But of course, it's kind of like, being perfect, not being able to speak about things. She's reluctant to speak about things even now. And kind of dodging that. So I can imagine the experience that she had. And Macy sympathized with her. She begins to get emotional. And she's releasing a lot, which just tells me it's so much that she's had bottled in, because that's not her only experience of having to kind of keep things bottled in. So I'm glad she's doing this show just for her. And everybody's understanding. They're very empathetic. Did I mention how much I like this cast? I really like this cast. So Chet wants to bond with Kim, because they're talking about who they want to bond with. So Chet wants to bond with Kim. Child. That just seems so odd to me. Like, they don't seem... It's just odd. But Kim does have that effect on... Even though you can kind of tell that she's aging, but she's still a beautiful woman. And she kind of has that effect on people. Like, Corey was definitely smitten with her. And there's an age gap with Corey. Like, they have a ton of kids. And girl, speaking of Corey... You don't want him to burst through them doors, girl. You know y'all going through that divorce or not going through the divorce, child, and he back there with them babies and stuff, girl. You better calm them ovaries down, honey. She ain't gonna calm them down, though. And, I can't even judge her because Chet is hot. That's all I got. I can't believe that I've reached the end of it. We at 6 minutes. I should drag this out a little longer, but I don't know how to. I really did go through the whole episode, girl, in 6 minutes. Let me see if I can stretch this to 10. I am totally kidding. That's why I have to do lives, y'all, because I just kind of speed through and hit the topics. But my 3 favorite parts, I'll do that. Let me do my 3 favorite parts. My 3 favorite parts of this episode: when Chet FaceTimed Macy, he was so concerned about her. And she's at the hospital. She says she's so loopy, she don't even know where she is, kind of, but she enjoyed looking at Chet, honey. And I thought it was really sweet that he cared enough to check on her and FaceTime her. It just tells me that they're bonding. So that was one thing. The second thing was when Macy got home, she was talking about how hot the doctor was and what she would do to him. This is bringing me to a point that I missed. But I just found that funny because Macy does not have a type, an age group, a nothing. If it gets her mojo going, honey, she gonna hump it. So, and she's so open and free and will say any and everything. But I thought that was funny. Speaking of Macy, they also talked about, I guess, on that challenge that they had on the boat, they were giving what their most challenging kind of experience was with whatever their respective industry was, like that came up. And she said that they didn't have anyone to teach them what to do with money. And so when she started getting a whole lot of money, she was just basically blowing it, right? And when I say blowing it, even blowing it up her nose, if you catch my drift. But when she got to talking about the sugar mama of it all, like buying guys cars and, they do the horizontal poking, and honey, they can get anything they wanted out of her. I found that kind of funny. Anyway, that's all I got. It's a good show. I can't believe this review is this short for an hour-long show. I promise I hope I haven't missed anything. I don't think I have. But yeah, pay attention because, and this is a good one to pay attention to, because I am going to drop something that you will have to watch the whole video. Is it a video? The entire review to get the clue that will give you an opportunity to start winning some fun. Competition time. Promotion. It's not a competition. It is a promotional giveaway that's what it is. It's your girl Duchess. This is Surreal Life, season 2, episode 4. I'm out.